It's actually led to Ryan asking both of you whether you think Son should be left out of the starting 11.
No chance.
Given his
Blasphemy.
recent poor form. Will it be the shake-up that Conte needs?
Golden Boot winner last season, joint top goal scorer of Mo Salah last season. We're 6 Premier League games in, a couple of Champions League games, and they're asking him to be dropped. Were they asking for Harry Kane to be dropped when he didn't score in August all them times? This kid, for me, if I'm taking a player out of Spurs from a team, he's going to be him or Harry Kane. It's a flip of the coin. He's a top player, top player.
We've also got some stats that, although we know that he might not be scoring goals for fun at the moment, Son, he's still bringing something to this Spurs team, and it comes in the form of his creativity. I think this surprised both of you when we looked at these numbers.
It did, yeah. The created chances in the Premier League this season, and he's ahead of where he's ever been. I mean, it's the best he's had in, 8 seasons? Or this is his 8th season. And I totally agree with Rio. I mean, short memories. If you're Manchester United, if you're Liverpool, if you're Man City, and you say, right, we can have one player, I'd say the majority would take Son. Yes, Harry Kane scores plenty, but he scored more goals last season. He's younger. He's just very, very difficult to play against. I think, you've got to be patient with great players as well. What would you do to his head if, he's carried the team for the last 2, 3, 4 years? Everyone's saying it's a 2-man team with him and Harry Kane. And all of a sudden he has a few average games, quiet games, and you drop him. It's like, right, OK.
Do you know what?
I've been so loyal to you, and now a couple of bad games and you put me on the bench. I'm your best player.
I think it's up to Conte to find a way of playing that gets the best out of him, because he's that good. There's certain players in your team that it's like, I can't afford for him not to be playing. Well, I've got to work it out. Yeah. And he's one of those players.
But they know, don't they, Rio? They know how to get the best out of them. Like playing Kane and Son, they've shown that.
Can adding one player, in this case Richarlison,
well, that's the problem then, isn't
that whole balance?
Absolutely. So it's not, shall we now drop Son? I mean, they've proven that they can play together and scored loads of goals together. So it's how can we bring in another top player and make it all work, but it's not at the expense of what's guaranteed, which is Son for years and years and years.
Did that ever happen to you in your career, where a player come in and you thought, oh, that's just destabilised what was going on? We had it going off before he's come.
I think naturally you have a partnership whereby it just works like that. There's a great saying in life, and it works in lots of different things. Opposites attract. And my opposite was Emile Heskey. So when I used to get partnered with another goal scorer,
like who, Shearer or...
Like Shearer or Fowler or players like that, I had to think about my game. I was about to go, and it was already the place was taken, and we were doing things that, we thought like goal scorers. Yeah. Whereas Emile wasn't a natural sort of thinker of goals. He was a brilliant team player, and we complemented each other. But a Fowler and a Heskey could have been brilliant together. Me and Heskey could be great together. But me and Fowler, we had to think about our partnership, and same with someone like Alan Shearer. So it's a natural thing, and as I say, opposites attract.